Here we are looking at the CARN chart. This is the daily, and one of these types of charts that has a very interesting setup to it going on. It's got good past history, it's got a good location right now, it's got good volume action, and it's got good upside. So I know I just threw a lot at you, but to kind of compress all that into a nutshell, it's a good risk versus reward setup. So I'm going to break down each one of those attributes, and then hopefully you'll have a good understanding of what to keep an eye on from the technical perspective. So the first thing I want to point out is just by simply drawing this line across here like so. And I'm going to change this to green because this is a key level of support. And where is this coming from? Well, if we go back through the past history of the chart, you can see that price bounced off it right there, price bounced it off it right there, although didn't quite hit it, got pretty darn close. So it's within the vicinity. And then you can see here a couple days last week bounced right off this area again. So this area, give or take a little bit, is at 0.03. So 0.03 is clearly a very important level of support, and given that it closed at 0.048 and where the price has been over 10 cents, we're pretty darn close to this level of support. So this is where the risk versus or I should say the risk portion of the risk versus reward comes in play, because assuming you're a disciplined trader and have stop losses and all that good stuff, then this is a very favorable position compared to, let's say, buying up here or up there or something like that when the chart is way overextended. Right now the chart has come down and is going sideways right near the support level, showing that the risk is minimal. Again, that's assuming you are a disciplined trader. Now, in terms of the reward, there are a couple places to start there. The first is just looking at the past history of the chart. The first question you should always ask yourself is, does this chart, does this company even have the ability to move if eyeballs and so forth start to get on it? And with CARN, that question is very easily answered. You don't even have to go back that far. You just go back to early August, and you can see here eyeballs clearly started to increase on it, and the price reacted accordingly with a huge move up. So the past history is there that supports the question and answers the question of does this chart have the ability to move? And as you can see here, even back here, it does have the ability to get moving when it starts to pop up on people's radar. So that's good from a potential standpoint. And then just simply looking at resistance levels and so forth, you can see that they really begin to thin out. So on that note, let's talk some resistances. The first one that really sticks out to me is right here at the 6-cent level. It was a support right here, and then when the price did fall below it, you can see here 2 days in a row its head bumped up against that level, and then today came up there and got bounced off it. So 6 cents is going to be let's try that again. 6 cents will be the initial and first level of resistance to keep your eye on. Now with a break of that, I would consider that the beginning of what will hopefully be a much bigger bounce, because the next level of resistance is not up here until this purple line, which is the 50-day simple moving average. Now, don't get caught in the mindset of, well, geez, that's only 2 cents. Remember, we're talking about a sub 10-cent stock, so their percentages do add up pretty quickly. So don't fall into that mindset of, well, I want more than a potential 2-cent gain or 1-cent gain or whatever. Percentages add up very quickly when we're down at this price level. And then after the 50-day simple moving average, things begin to thin out even more, as really the next level of resistance isn't up here until this orange line, its bigger brother, the 200-day simple moving average. But one step at a time. First chart's got to get above 6, and then with a break of 8, that's when it'll really start to set off people's scanners and radars and pop across a lot of people's screens. And then finally, from a volume analysis standpoint, it looks like we have had capitulation when you look at this day here and then look at the supporting volume. A big volume day, and yes, this was a red day, but it wasn't anything disastrous. So it's looking like whoever was selling and causing this downwards move seems to be out, just based on what the volume and price action happening is showing us. So hopefully we're in the middle of a past capitulation move here. That still obviously remains to be seen, but when you see a big volume day like this and then green days the next couple of days, that's a good sign that we have potential capitulation here. So hopefully with this continued mini bounce, hopefully it turns into more of a bounce. It'll be much easier to go now that the seller is hopefully gone. So all in all, though, great risk versus reward chart. Lots of upside. It does have the potential and capability to make moves, and just the location makes it favorable. So lots of good things going on, and lots of reasons why to get this on your watch list. So if you do have any other questions, please let me know. If not, again, this was CARN. Thanks for listening.